at the end of this packet.
It's Friday.
It is Friday.
Pizza day.
Pizza day! And I just want everybody to know, you remember last week we talked about, potato wedges. Miss Schmidt got 2.
Oh.
2 potato wedges.
Come on.
I was distracted, and all of the potato wedges were taken away from me.
She was kidnapped by a bunch of raccoons.
Yeah. That was pretty darn sad, Mr. Schmidt. Yeah. Our son Kevin was here, and he ate half of my potato wedges. Weasel! Anyway, so it is Friday.
We love you, Kevin.
Yes, we
love
do,
you,
baby.
Kevin.
Yes, we do. So, anyway, today is Friday. I hope that you guys are still reading. When you're checking in with me on Google Classroom, I hope that you will mention a book you're reading. I think that will be awesome. I think I'll make that an assignment. I would love to hear what you're reading. And I'm sure Mr. Schmidt will too.
Yeah, I hear Mrs. Greer is going to invite my class to a Zoom meeting. I told her, hey, I don't want to do that by myself because, it's Zoom.
I know.
So she said she's going to do it, and then I'll join in. So
yeah,
that'll be exciting.
Yeah, we're going to have to try that. It seems to be back and forth whether we can do it or
exactly.
not. So.
That's why I was afraid to do it.
Yeah, I haven't done it because they keep changing their minds.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so today you definitely should be reading, and we are reading a new article, Why the Ocean Has Tides. Page 20. It's a single page. Easy cheesy. Can't believe how easy. I did read it. I liked it. I know that you will do well with it. Again, remember why we cannot read it aloud.
Yeah, and since it's one page, I know that that's the word work page.
Yeah, so it's easy cheesy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway,
we can look at it. We'll talk about it a little bit.
Yeah. And so anyway, you're going to read that aloud. Read it to mom, dad, somebody at home. Read it to your cat, dog. Doesn't matter. Just read it. Then visit NOAA.gov. It says org. They made a mistake.
And when I typed that in, I did try to go there. I was like, okay, let me see this.
Yeah.
I typed it in, and it said website not found or something like that. And I said,
it's Gov.
And then I said, well, that's because it's a government agency. So
when we have humans involved, there is the chance of an accident.
Yeah.
And, we all do it, so I'm not going to go be mean to anybody. But
no, we're not being mean. We're just trying to make sure they go to the right place.
Absolutely. So, yeah, we're just trying to make sure you go to the right place. So, online to learn what actually causes tides. I think that would be super cool.
Mm-hmm.
I have not had an opportunity to visit that site yet.
Yeah.
But I will, but I did read the article.
Well, and I did include a screenshot that we'll go down
cool.
to. But I wanted to mention that you need to do that stuff up there. You need to read it and then possibly learn more information at the website so that you can do the writing.
Yeah. Write a story using the information you found about tides. I think that'll be pretty darn easy. So, go ahead and do that, guys. That's going to be fun writing. So no big deal.
So you want to look at it real quick?
Absolutely.
Guys, today we're combining the videos because there's not a lot of ELA today.
No, there's not much going on.
So we're putting it all into one.
Yeah.
So ELA is real short. Well, let's go to it. Okay, so there we go. Here's the top of the article or the page, Why the Ocean Has Tides. And it's called, I highlighted over here that it's a pourquoi tale. And so I said, well, you guys... let's find out. I knew that pourquoi means why in French because I was one of the weird guys in high school who took French. So pourquoi story. A pourquoi story. Pourquoi means why in French. Also known as an origin story.
Well, we know about those.
Why did
it happen?
Pourquoi tale or an etiological tale is a fictional narrative that explains why something is the way it is. For example, why a snake has no legs. Or why a tiger has stripes. Many legends and folk tales are pourquoi stories.
I think that's awesome. Yeah. So I think that's going to be some fun reading.
Cool.
Yeah.
And here's the website that they gave you.
Cool.
Yep. And so you can learn about the ocean tides on there. I imagine you could type in what you're searching for right here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Put in ocean tides.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun. So I would like to hear what you guys find out. That would be cool. Add it into your Google Classroom. I know that when you're checking in with me, sometimes you're like, I don't know what to say. Well, tell me what you found out. Tell me what you're reading. Easy cheesy.
Cool.
Okay, so go ahead and take a look at that. When you are done, like Mr. Schmidt said, you do need to read it. It would be a good idea to visit that site and then write what you have found out about tides.
Yeah, and probably there should be enough information on the one page to help you write the story. So if you can't go to the website, that's okay.
Yeah, but you know what? You should, because you guys have Chromebooks.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
At least most of them do.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can do it. You can even look at it on your phone if you want.
What kind of story would you write?
Oh, informational, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, it says a story, though.
Write a story using information. Well, maybe I might write an adventure about being out a scene from Jaws. You know, they have that scene from Jaws where they're out in the ocean. But then use some factual information about tides.
Yeah.
You could do that.
I would write a story. I'm thinking of our show that we watched with Josh Gates.
Yeah.
And when they were in that cave. So
Expedition Unknown.
I might write about being in a cave looking for treasure and the tide coming up and trapping us in the cave.
Yeah, just use some actual factual information you find about tides.
To make a fictional story out of it.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Cool.
Very true.
Okay, so we're ready for math. There's nothing else. So let's look at our math.
Take a look at the math.
Okay, let me see. It says math. Okay, ready?
Put your factors in different orders. This is easy, guys. It's so much fun. And then that's the four box.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, easy cheesy again. And then we have a multiplying decimals. So easy. They're giving us a break on Friday.
Let's go down to math.
Okay, so illustrative mathematics. Mr. Schmidt has been good enough to give them credit for all of this. Picturing factors.
Yeah, and that's where it comes from. So in fact,
definitely.
you guys, let me scroll up a little bit. There's the link. If you wanted to go there, you could follow that link. It's task number 1630. Okay.
So the task: find all the factor pairs for 30. For each factor pair, draw a picture that shows both of the factors as well as the product. For example, 3 times 10. So what I want to do is I would like to point out what they're talking about right here. Let's get something. We always use the same colors. So let's do that blue, sky blue. Okay. So what I want to point out is, so we have 3, for example, 3 times 10 is 30, so 3 groups of 10 circles. So we have 1 group, 2 groups, 3 groups, each one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We know 3 times 10 is going to equal 30. Now, before we even move on, let's think, how else could I do this? Well, I could go 1, 2.
That was our dog
3,
Maggie. My goodness.
4.
Look at my leg.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So what I've done here is I haven't said 3 times 10. Actually, I have, in this case, it's 1, 2, 3. It's 10 times groups of 3. So we've just done the opposite, and it still equals 30. Okay? All right, so now let's go ahead and go down, see what else we got.
Okay, well, we're not going to read all this? Okay.
Yeah, we can read it, but I just, I thought we'd move it down so we could see.
We stopped here. For example, 3 times 10 equals 30, and this picture shows 3 groups of 10 circles for a total of 30 circles. Make sure you have a picture for both ways of ordering the factors in each pair. So you drew over it, right? Okay. For example, make sure you have a picture that represents 10 times 3 equals 30, as well as one that represents 3 times 10 equals 30. You can use the same picture if you can explain how it shows the product written in the other order. And so that's what Mrs. Schmidt just did. She drew over it with these circles to show it another way. Okay.
Everybody knows Miss Schmidt. I take shortcuts. Man, why am I doing it twice?
So now here's the assignment page. You want to read it?
Okay. If we think of this as 2 groups with 3 groups of 5 circles in each, then we can draw a picture that shows this. So I have 2. Let's take a look at what we're talking about, because that's a big old sentence. I have 2 groups. I'm going to try and make this kind of neat. All right, so I'm not. So I have 2 groups. Okay, we can all be in agreement on that, right? Yes. And so I have the 2 groups. 3 groups of 5 circles. So again, that's 1, 2, 3. I'm doing it twice, so I'm going to say 1, 2, 3. And I have 5 circles in each one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. And so we can see that we have it. So does this make sense? Does it equal 30?
Well,
do I have 2 groups? Yes, I do.
Well, here, what you're pointing to right now is different.
Oh,
that's where they want us to rewrite. So you see how up here they have 3
Oh, okay. I
and 5?
apologize. So I've so 2 groups. So 30 is equaling 2 times 3. So times, and this is, they do this here. I'm going to tell you guys that in 6th grade, if you put the parentheses in itself, it does mean multiply, but we're not there yet. So 2 times 3 groups of 5.
Which we got from up above.
This is what we have right here. Okay? So now they're saying rewrite it as this. So 2 times 5 groups of 3. Okay? Now, we can scroll down, or we could have just did the same. We could have
drawn the circles. You want to draw the circles? You can draw.
It would. No, let's do it this way, so that way.
I made room for you here.
I know, so I'm gonna be nice.
You guys notice on your page those facts are right in the middle of the page.
Yeah.
I scooted them over so we could draw on here.
Okay, so I do have 2 groups. So I'm gonna come up here. This is group 1, and this is group 2, and so now I have 5 times 3 groups. Okay, so I'm going to come up here and I'm going to get some colors. Okay, I'm going to get a different color, so I'm going to choose the plum. And so 5 times 3, so I have 1, 2, 3. You can see I'm using a lot of space. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, and I need one more, and that's 5 groups, correct? So am I doing this correct, Mr. Schmidt?
Yeah.
Okay, so that is showing one of the 2. So now we need to do the same thing over here, and obviously, you know, with all of these different funky colors that we have here, we definitely want to use something else. So I'm going to say, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, and then I'm going to go back and I'm going to get a different solid color to circle them. Go back to my plum. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I have 30 altogether. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 times 3 is 30. We know that. So I have 2 groups. 2 groups. And I'm multiplying that by, I have 5 different groups in each one of them, times, and there are 3 in there. Now you're saying, well, why is that? Well, because the 2 is out here because what I'm looking at in each individual one is I'm looking at 5 times 3, correct? So remember, we have 5 times 3, we have 5 times 3, and then we're going to multiply the 2 together, which ends up being 30. Okay?
Awesome.
All right.
It says draw a picture for each one. that reflects the order of the factors. And so we did that for the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Now we went down and we scooted the top 4 problems over so that we could show you guys this last one and let you guys work on the 3 in the middle.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Mr. Schmidt, do you want to do this one?
Okay.
Yeah, maybe you want to do some
pretty
drawing. Remember, that's the super.
Oh, you
that's
give
the
me.
plum or something.
It starts with 5 groups. Okay.
Oh, I can do
So
it.
there we go. I'm gonna just draw a big rectangle that I need to separate into 5 sections.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I need 4,
2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay.
And then inside each of those, I need 3 groups. So I'm just gonna go ahead and make my 3 groups. 1 group, 2 groups, 3 groups.
I like the way you're doing that, Mr. Schmidt.
And then inside
cool
of each of those groups, there's 2.
I like that. Those look like some scary alien faces, though.
No, it reminds me of Big Hero 8, or isn't it called that? You guys, Big Hero 8. You got. She hasn't seen it. She doesn't like those kind of movies. But it's not a scary movie. Okay, so inside each group, okay, and you were switching colors, so let me switch to this color, and now we're gonna have 3 groups inside, and then inside that we have 2. Big Hero 8. I think it's called Big Hero 8.
Let us know on class, Google
Yeah.
Classroom.
You guys who are watching,
correct?
yeah, let us know.
Are we correct?
Okay, and then let me see. Okay, I'll choose this one.
Or does it look like one really sad,
1,
happy face?
2, 3, 2 inside each one.
Be cool
1,
if you did one
2,
with some sparklies or something,
2.
right?
Okay, fine. She wants me to switch.
Yeah, Paulina
I was
likes some
choosing the
sparkles.
easy stuff.
I know, Paulina likes... Ooh,
1,
like it,
2,
it.
3, and 2 inside each one.
That guy, the top one looks like he has a... On the bottom one, too, looks like he has a little cowlick on
You
his
be nice
hair.
to my guy. Okay, and the last group. This. Hey, where'd my thing go?
You gotta click it.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. 2,
He kind of looks oceany.
3. I just picked the ones that were already selected up there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it kind of looks like ocean colors. Like it. Goes with our ELA.
And then if I counted every single dot, guys, how many would I have? You guys know how many I'd have. I'd have that. Because 3 times 2 is 6, and 5 times 6 equals 30. And that's how many dots I have up here.
Yep, we have 5 separate groups.
That's a lot of Big Hero 8s.
We have 3 groups in each section, and inside of those sections are 2 dots each.
Yes. So you guys can handle that, right? You only have to do the middle 3 problems.
Yeah, super easy.
Cool.
Yeah.
And here are all these different solutions. We're not showing you those.
Yeah.
I don't want you to cheat.
You didn't see it. Okay, so, Mr. Schmidt, we have ran into a roadblock again.
And we have run into it too.
I know. Did I say ran?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
We like to mess with each other about those grammar things.
I know. Okay.
Okay, draw a picture. What would you draw?
So, what I did here, well, first of all, I need to solve the problem before I do the picture because I kind of feel like
you need to know if there's a remainder?
I need to figure out what's going on because when I just look at this number here, it doesn't look to me like 6 going to go in there.
Well, the 30
easily.
cents does, right? But the $23,
Yeah,
the $23
So
doesn't.
what I need to do is I need to work this problem out in order to draw myself a nice picture. So I'm going to say...
So you guys, if you're trying to work this out, pause the video, and then see if you work it out right, and then unpause and see if we agree.
And anyone that's in my class, they know they should go ahead and do it anyway. Cause,
Let's make that decimal chubbier.
Oh, I'm going to.
Okay.
Down here is fine, but
Yeah.
I'm going to make it up here nice and chubby so we can all
Yeah.
see it. We always know that Miss Schmidt has this tendency to make a big boo-boo, so we want to check her. So, and Miss Schmidt knows if you're paying attention if you can check her.
Maybe it's called Big Hero 6, guys. Maybe it... I'm thinking about my robot.
Oh, you are so crazy.
Yeah.
So 6 goes into 23. So if I count by my 6's, 6, 12, 18, 20... No, okay, so it's 3 times. And since I'm going into 23, my 3 is obviously going to be above the 3.
Because if we used 4, that'd be 24.
Yeah.
It's too big.
So 3 times... Yeah, if it was 24, it would have gone nice and easy. So 3 times 6 is 18, and then if I subtract, that is going to leave me with 5. And
aren't you going to rewrite your divisor?
I am.
Okay.
And so then I'm going to bring down that 3.
And if you guys don't rewrite the divisor, that's fine. A lot of people don't.
Yeah,
But
a lot
Mrs.
of
Schmidt
people
likes
don't.
to do that.
I do, because it keeps me focused on what I'm doing here. Because now I can see, now I'm dividing again. It helps me to remember what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So 6 will go into 53 8 times. And the reason I know that is because 8 times 6 is 48.
Yeah. Almost 9 times.
Yeah, almost, but it's
just like the one before.
Yeah, each one seems to be like one digit off.
One less, yeah.
So, I say this year, 48 to 53. I'm totally cool with people counting, so I say 48 in my head, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, which is 5.
And I just think 8 plus 5 is 13, so there's my 3.
Yeah. I just tell the kids that if they
Sure.
want to count, I don't care. I'm more interested in writing
as long
answers.
as you come to your answer.
Yeah. And so again, I'm going to bring this down. So 6 goes into 50.
Well, we see 48 was really close.
Yeah, so it's going to be 8 again, because 8 times 6 is 48. And again, just 2. Okay. Now, we know that we've ran into a roadblock here.
We've run into it.
Yeah. We have ran into
We ran into it.
We ran into a roadblock. Yes, I'm so sorry. And because we're dealing with decimals.
So this is like yesterday when we had to
add
a 0.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I want to show them. I thought about that. I just want to keep this moving. I want to show you guys what we have here. 6 goes into 20 3 times again. And it's 18. And
we're going to keep repeating now.
Exactly. That's why I want to keep doing it, to show them that this is going to be a repeater.
Yeah. And you guys know what to do when you see a repeater, right?
But I just want to do it to remind those folks that forget.
Yeah.
6 into 20, again, is going to be 3 times.
And this will happen forever.
Yeah, so we're not going to go forever. The rule is to do it when you have 3, then you stop. Okay, so 2, Mr. Schmidt may have a different idea, but that's the way that I was
Well, I can just see that we're going to keep doing 18, 18, 18.
So, again, 6 goes in 3 times, and then
also
18.
I know that 2 over 6 is 1/3, and I know 1/3 is a repeater.
Yeah, you can see this is going to keep going. So what you do is, for this case, you just put a line over the last one. It means that this is a repeating number. Now, the thing of it is what we're looking at here, we're looking at money again. Okay, so
there's going to be a remainder.
We know that we have 10s and 1s in money, so we need to look at this 3 right here. Is that 3 big enough to change the 8? No. So for the sake of money, we are going to go ahead and round this to $3.88. Okay? So, for the sake of money, okay, so there we are. But now, what I want to point out is we keep doing this, and we're going on and going on and going on, and what we've ended up with was still that remainder of 2. So, let's go ahead and come over here, and for the submarine sandwich that I decided to do for whatever crazy reason, because it's not like it's super easy to draw.
You did a submarine sandwich?
Yeah, don't be making fun of
Are you saying that's how much each one costs?
$3.88.
Okay, they're on sale, guys.
Yeah, it might be because Miss Schmidt's a little hungry. Okay, so.
I'm just thinking, I know Subway sells them for more than that, but if they were on sale, we might get them for that price.
Yeah.
A good sale.
I haven't been there in a long time, though. This is my condiments and things in there.
Yeah, we have gift cards.
Yeah.
Some of your former students may have been responsible for those gift cards.
Yeah, I think we still have a couple. We should.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Looking at dinner, guys.
Sandwich number... Ooh,
4.
that sandwich is bigger.
I know.
Someone's getting extra sandwich there. That's not fair.
Yeah. Ooh, this one's pretty weird looking.
Yeah.
And
that one doesn't have much stuff inside, guys. Did you see this?
Yeah, you know how it is.
Yeah.
You know, you make a lot of sandwiches.
That person got cheated.
The guy at the end doesn't get as much. You
Aw.
don't want to be the last guy. Okay, so we have 6 sandwiches there, and I'm going to change the color so it doesn't all just kind of blend in together. And so I'm going to go to red, and I'm going to say each one of these sandwiches is $3.88. So $3.88.
I hope you guys can see that.
Yeah, me too, because I can see
kind of mixed up.
It still does look like it's blending together a little bit.
We could have put a little price tag to the side or something.
Yeah. Yeah. $3.88.
It's fine. I'm just playing with you.
It's fine. So $3.88.
Those are some funny shaped sandwiches.
I know. They kind of look like weird dog bones or something.
Yeah, they're like chunkified.
So, what has happened is I've taken $23.30 to buy 6 sandwiches, and what has turned out is I have 2 cents left over.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
go down now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now, what you have here. And I want to go back up. Could we go back up for a second?
We can always go.
Okay, so I want to look at this here, 388. So I want to check my work because that seems like such an oddball. I really do want to check myself. So I'm going to go right here in the use another strategy. And
well, they need to see that if you're going to do that.
Yeah. Okay. So right here, what I want to do is I want to take $3.88, and I do want to multiply it by 6 and see what I come up with.
And add 2 cents at the end.
And then you see if I do, if I come
we
back
have to
with
add
2,
the remainder back
then I'll see if I did it correctly. 6 times 8 is 48. Carry my 4, and is 48 again, which is 48, 49, 50, 51, 52. So I'm going to put down my 2, carry my 5. 6 times 3 is 18, plus 5 more, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Okay, how many places do I have behind the decimal? It's 2. So
and add the 2 cents.
It's $23.28. But if I add that 2 cents back in, which is 2/100ths of a dollar, if I add the 2 cents back in, so I add 2 in there, it's going to be $23.30.
Do me a favor.
So we did
Let's
it correctly.
put a decimal and a placeholder there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Okay. Absolutely. Cool. Okay, so we can see how that is. So write a word problem. If you want to use mine, that's fine. You went to buy submarine sandwiches. How much change did you get? But feel free, please, do something else. Fine.
Yeah. Buy something you want to buy. Or...
Yeah. It was just, I don't know why. Just kind of thought that would be good. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at this last page. Again, I think this is why this is finally making some rhyme and reason as to why we've been doing this for the last 2 days with the 4 square. We're going to do some estimation. Now, I thought maybe we could do one of them. It says find 4 7/10 times 1 8/10. Estimating 4 7/10 times 1 8/10. What they did was they took the 4 7/10 and they said, that 7/10 is more than 5 or 5 or more. So I'm just going to round that up to 5 as a whole number. I come over here to 1 8/10. Well, that 8/10 is definitely 5 or greater. So I'm going to round that up to 2. And 5 times 2 is 10. So this answer is about 10. Okay? And so they came down here, they worked it all out, and we know we have 2 places behind the decimal, so it's right there, and I do know that they went ahead and did it down here as well. So, is 8 46/100ths close to 10? It's a fair margin, so I think we're okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I thought we would do one of them.
Now here they don't have us estimate, right? It just says multiply.
It says check for reasonableness.
No. That was when they said 10 is about 8 and
Let's go back up and
4600.
look at the directions. What did it doesn't really have any.
No, but here it just says multiply.
Yeah.
It doesn't tell them to estimate.
That's some weird business.
I'm just trying to save you guys some work because I know you guys don't like doing extra work.
Yeah. Well, all right, fine. So let's.
You could. I mean, I could say, well, that's about 2, and that's about 4. So 2 times. This answer should be about 8.
I'm looking here, and they didn't give you much room, so I'm going to try and do it without much room either, because if I can't do it, why would I ask you to do it? So 3 times 6 is 18. Carry my 1. And that's 3 plus 1 more is 4. And I use my placeholder because I'm done with my tenths. And 4 times 6 is 24. And carry my 2. I'm going to put it right over that 1. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 2 more is 6. And so now I'm adding it up. And so I have 8, and I have 8, and I have 6, and I have 2 places behind. So it is 6 and 88/100.
Is that about 8? Yes. Yes, it is. Close enough.
So this one here, if I was going to round it, that would be about 2 because it's 5 or larger. This one here, it's smaller than 5, so I'm just going to leave it at 4. So 2 times 4 is 8. So yeah, it's fair enough. Pretty close. All right. So I think we're okay there. Do you think we're doing well, Mr. Schmidt?
I think we are. I think we ought to do one of the juicier ones.
Okay, Mr. Schmidt.
I'm looking at number 6 or number 11.
Okay. Good job.
Just because of how many digits they have.
Yeah, I agree.
So guys, let me see. Let's look at number 11. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I would do this one the lattice way. And I would like to have my wider number first. Hey, what in the world did that do? Okay, I clicked one of the buttons on this pen.
Yeah.
Okay, so 3, 4, 3, put my decimal point. Okay, and then I have 2.4. All right, and then I need to make my grid that goes under that, around that. Okay, 1, 2, I need 3 columns and 2 rows here. All right. I just match up the numbers on the side. I have 2 digits there and I have 3 digits there. Okay, so let's see, corner to corner, corner to corner, and corner to corner. All right, so I need to switch colors. Let's switch colors. Red, that's good. Okay, what's 3 times 2, guys? 0
6.
tens and 6 ones. What's 3 times 4? 1 10 and 2 ones, 12. 4 times 2, right? I'm just looking, this is like a multiplication table. I'm looking here and here to see what 2 numbers I need to multiply. So here's 4 times 2, that is 0 tens and 8 ones. Okay, and this is 4 times 4. So this will be 16. 3 times 2 equals 6, so that's 0 tens and 6 ones. 3 times 4, just like this one was, it's still 12. So that's 12. And now I just start adding them up. I'm going to switch colors again. Oh, no, I don't want to use that. I want to use blue or something. Nope, it's still on that one.
Choose.
Okay, there we go. So now I'm just going to add this one. This one has nothing to add, so we just say 2. This one has a 6, a 1, and a 6. And you guys, if you add that up, what would you get? 13. So then here I'm going to regroup, right? Put that up there. I have an 8 plus a 1 plus a 1. I know those 3 numbers would add up to 10. And I have 2 more, so that's 12. And that means I have to regroup that 10 there. Okay, 1, 6, and 1, that's 8. And now I need to look at my decimals. I have 1, 2, 3 numbers past the decimal, so I need to have the same thing in my answer. So this answer would be 8 and 232 thousandths. Wow. Okay, now I'm going to estimate. If I rounded this would be 2, because the 4 is not large enough to give me a 3. And if I rounded this one, same thing, I don't have enough to go up to the next number, so this would be a 3. So it's about 6. You know what? Well, here's what I would do for you. because I know Mrs. Schmidt isn't very comfortable with how I do this with the lattice way. I just really enjoy it. I think it's fun because, guys, you don't even have to go in order when you do this. Yeah. I love how you do all the multiplication first and then you add up at the end. The traditional method, you have to multiply and add and multiply and add and multiply and add. You have to keep doing different operations. This one you can do all the multiplication at once and then add at the end. So, Mrs. Schmidt, I would say let's do this the traditional way. 3.
Oh, well, my concern isn't that. I just feel like when we estimate, I don't like the variation because 2 times 3 is 6. I feel like that's still quite a ways away from 8.
Well, and we discounted a big chunk there and a big chunk there.
Yeah,
so it makes sense this answer is actually larger.
Yeah.
Okay, so, but I still want you to do it the traditional way there. So that we can see if...
Actually, I like the lattice.
I always like to double check.
I like the lattice. I just had not used it in quite a while. So, 4 times 3, we do know is 12. So
guys, I like the lattice just because I find it fun. And I never did it when I was a kid. No teacher ever showed me that. Yeah. I didn't know about it till I was a teacher.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So 4 times 4 is 16 plus 1 more is 17. Carry the 1. 4 times 3 is 12 plus 1 more is 13. Okay. So I'm going to cross those off. I'm done with them. And I'm done with that 10th. I'm going to leave my space holder. I'm going to put a 0 there. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 4 is 8. And 2 times 3 is 6. And now I'm going to add. That is 2. That is 13. And that is 12. 6, 7, 8. And I have 3 behind the decimal. It's going to go right there.
Then we compare our answers, and what do we see?
Yep, they are
same
exactly the same.
Yes.
And I do like the way Mr. Schmidt did that. I think you guys should definitely be practicing that if you're my student.
It's just...
we haven't done it.
It's a good way to check. You know, you can do it one way or the other way and then check yourself.
Absolutely. So that is a good
And
check.
You know what I really find, though?
Yeah.
There's a lot of kids who act like little old ladies and little old men, and they don't want to try anything that's new. They're like, no, I'm not used to that at all. But a lot of kids that I've taught the lattice method to, they really enjoy it. And even some of their next year teachers are like, what are you doing?
Hey, my kids, all about, because we use Engage New York, they know about using different strategies.
Right.
I provide them lots of different strategies, and then they use the one that they're most comfortable with. But they have some arsenal to work with, so I like it.
I think I want to help my kids, or you need to help our kids with this problem here, because it has extra decimal place too. These other ones, this has 2 past the decimal, 1 past the decimal. This one has 2 and 1, but it has just 3 digits and 2 digits. I don't know. I think that's a juicier problem. Maybe we can check this one. You guys could pause it, or you think they know enough? You think they know enough to do this?
Well, I think
I'm pretty sure some kids in my class could use extra help.
Okay.
We have 7 minutes left for our video.
Okay, we can do this. We can do it right here. Could we? Okay, I think we still have enough room. So I'm going to say I have 4 and 1500ths times 7 and 2/10.
And guys, while she's writing that, I'm going to say, okay, that's about 4 times 7. So the answer should be around 28.
Somewhere, yeah. Okay, so 2 times 5 is 10. Carry my 1. And 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 more is 3.
And guys, I'll make another observation. I know that I chopped off part of the number, so the answer will actually be a little bit more than 28, since I know I'm rounding both of those down.
2 times 4 is 8. And space holder, done with that 10th. I'm going to get rid of it. And I'm going to get rid of that 1, not using it anymore. 7 times 5 is 35. Carry that 3. 7 times 1 is 7, plus 3 more, 7. 8, 9, 10. So I'm going to put the 0, carry the 1. 7 times 4 is 28, plus 1 more is 29. And now I can add 0. 3 and 5 is 8. 8 and 0 is 8. 9, just 9. and just 2. Now, here's the part that Mr. Schmidt was looking at, is that here we have 2, but then we have 1 more. So how many do we have? Remember that was 0 or something back there. So I think it was a 2. Okay, so we had 1, 2, 3 digits behind the decimal, so we go 1, 2, 3. So our
and we knew our
decimal
answer
is right there. 29.
And we knew it'd be a little bit more than 28,
Yeah.
and that is.
Yeah.
So that sounds good.
So there we are.
Awesome.
So we're in good shape, Mr. Schmidt.
Yeah, that's it for today, right?
Okay, that is it.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
All right, guys. We'll miss you
So-
for the weekend.
Yeah, have a great weekend, and we'll tell you all about the pizza on Monday.
Read a cool story. Write
Yeah.
a cool story about the ocean tides.
Yes, the last thing is, if you have not done so, please make for sure you pick up your new packet.
Yeah, the
Yes.
Yeah, in fact, Mrs. Norris at my school, our principal, she said 5th grade, there haven't been a lot of people picking up the packets. You guys need to pick up your packets. Don't make 5th grade look bad.
Yeah, because if you get it off the internet, which you certainly can, you have to print it all out because you must turn them in.
Yeah, Mrs. Norris said they're starting to collect them now.
Yes, bring in your second packet, turn it in. Bring in your first packet if you haven't turned it in.
Get credit.
Yes, because we still have to do 4th quarter grades, and it is based on...
We just got an email about that.
Yes,
Did you see it?
Yes. It is based on turning in these packets or what the online learning, whatever it is that you have done.
And if you had sort of a bad grade for 3rd quarter, they're saying you guys have the opportunity to raise it during the 4th quarter just by doing this work.
Yeah, absolutely. Just do this work here. I mean, we're making it super easy for you. Turn it in. Even if not every single
We're doing this work.
Yeah.
And I think it's fun.
Yes. Even if you have not done every single page, so I didn't do the last 2. Turn it in anyway. Make for sure your teacher's
your name is there and you get credit.
Your complete name, first and last, and your teacher's name is on the packet. All right?
All right.
Thank you, guys. Have a great weekend.
Bye.